Most people do not realize how easily it is to get distracted in our world today. There's a lot more to distracted driving than just using your phone. Distracted driving is anything that takes your mind or your eyes off of the main job at hand, which is driving. It can range from texting and calling to eating, drinking, talking with others inside your car, or fiddling with an entertainment system or anything else in the car that might distract you from the job at hand. There is a lot of danger to having distracted driving. We all need to be aware of what distracted driving does and the consequences of it, and then we need to take action to fix it. There are three main types of distracted driving. Today, I am going to talk to you about what causes distracted driving, what the consequences are of distracted driving, and what we can do to fix it. We'll start with my first topic of what causes distracted driving. Like I said earlier, there are three main types of distracted driving. The first type is visual. Visual distracted driving is anything that takes your eyes off the road. This can be from texting to looking at your hair or makeup in the mirror, your media center or navigation system inside the car, because a lot of newer cars have that, or using your phone for navigation. Anything that takes your eyes off. Or this can be for reaching something in the back seat. If you have a purse or something like that in the back seat that you're trying to look at to find out where it's at, that split second of taking your eyes off the road could be catastrophic. Or, like me, sometimes if you're just gazing, this can be from if you see another car pull off the road, being pulled over, or a wreck. Anything that can cause you to look outside and again prevent you from watching the road. The second type of distracted driving is manual. This is physically taking your hands off the wheel. This can be from, again, eating or drinking. If you're holding a milkshake in one hand, it's cold, so you have a napkin. If you spill something, or if you're reaching for something, or again, messing with your navigation, anything that's causing you to not have both hands on the wheels, or any. The third type is cognitive. This is just your mind not being on the job at hand. So this can be from being stressed at work or at school, so you're just constantly running your mind over things, thinking about what you need to do later that day, thinking about what tomorrow may bring, or again, thinking about someone else or plans you have later that day. A lot of these we don't think about because we don't realize they're happening, and especially the cognitive. You have those moments where you're driving and you're like, whoa, how did I get here? That means you're not fully focused on what you're supposed to be doing. These three types were found by the cdc.gov/motor vehicle safety. Now that we know what causes distracted driving, let's look at what the consequences are. There are a lot of consequences to distracted driving. If you are reading or sending a text, it takes approximately 5 seconds. Take your eyes off the road for just those 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, you travel about the length of a football field. I know for myself that if I was to drive across a football field and close my eyes and keep an exact straight line, I would not be able to do that. So a lot of things could happen in those 5 seconds. In 2015, according to cdc.gov/features, 42% of high school students who drove in the past 30 days admitted to texting or emailing while in the car. This is very high. That means a lot of students these days are distracted while driving. That is one place that we can look to change distracted driving is in our schools. Teach young and they will learn. In 2015, also, 3,477 people were killed in crashes involved in distracted driving. Also, according to the NHTSA, In 2015, 391,000 people were injured in distracted driving. In addition to all these injuries and deaths and other consequences, it is illegal. So if you're caught while being distracted driving, you can get a very high fine from a cop or a traffic ticket, or potentially if you have a wreck while being distracted driving, you could be charged and end up spending time in jail or prison. This poster, which says, "This text might cost you your life, don't text and drive," is a constant reminder from a lot of our popular mobile companies. They are not promoting texting and driving. They want to prevent you from having distracted driving. The third thing about distracted driving is what we can do to change it. We all know we can improve in a lot of areas in our life. One thing we can do is improve on distracted driving. The first step to any problem is always acknowledge or admit you have one. So step one to fixing is admitting. Self-diagnose. Acknowledge when you do have a problem. Call others out. If someone else is in the car and they pick up your phone, tell them you're not comfortable with that. You can always post things on social media to help remind others that you are against distracted driving. Inform others of the risk. Inform them that a lot of people get hurt and it could end very badly for them. You can always take action. Sign a petition, either with your friends, family, your school. Have people sign that they will not do distracted driving. And you can get family and friends involved. Make a game out of it. Make a bet. Whoever fails first has to buy dinner or something. You can always use dash cams to either watch others so you know when they're distracted driving, or face it towards yourself. Hold yourself accountable. If you know that someone is able to watch you, that might admit it. Put things out of reach. If you put stuff in the back seat, you won't reach for them, so you won't do the manual distracted driving. You can always use passengers, if you have them, to adjust things for you, such as the media center, your navigation, all of that. All of these things we can do to help prevent distracted driving. In conclusion, I have told you about the different ways that causes distracted driving, the consequences, and what we can do to fix it. At this very moment, there is someone out there who has caused an accident due to distracted driving. They are having to live the rest of their life thinking about one split-second decision that caused trauma or sadness to someone's life.